There are so many enrollment periods to keep track of with Medicare. There are those initial enrollment periods when you first become eligible, enrollment periods for qualifying life events, and then the enrollment periods that happen every year, like the general, open, or annual enrollment periods. But did you know that you can enroll in a Medigap plan year-round? So today we're going to be talking about Medigap enrollment periods. But before we get too far into today's video, as always, please make sure to subscribe to stay up to date. Yes, we do release these videos on a weekly basis, and please, please, please click that like button so we can get this information out there. Now, although we try to be as thorough as possible, if you have any questions whatsoever about Medicare or health insurance in general, please feel free to reach us at the number on the screen, and of course you can always reach us in the comments below. So first and foremost, what are Medigap plans? Well, Medigap plans are also referred to as Medicare Supplement plans, and they work in conjunction with Original Medicare. And they're going to fill in those financial gaps of Original Medicare. So you can think of them as the all-inclusive approach to healthcare. Basically, yes, you'll pay a little bit more upfront in the form of an additional premium, but they'll largely take care of additional out-of-pocket expenses like deductibles and copays and coinsurance. Now, Medicare Supplement plans do not offer additional benefits that aren't already offered by Original Medicare. So these would be things like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug. However, there are many low-cost options available for these types of benefits. Medicare Supplement plans are standardized, so the benefits do not vary from carrier to carrier, and they're entirely portable. So if you move to a different state, you actually don't have to change your Medigap plan. And this is largely because although Medicare Supplement plans are offered by private carriers, the carrier doesn't really determine whether or not your doctor accepts your plan. As long as your doctor or hospital accepts Original Medicare, they accept your Medicare Supplement plan. And of course, most doctors and hospitals accept Original Medicare. So let's take a quick look at the plans. So this page can be found on Medicare.gov, and it's specifically talking about comparing Medigap policies. So if you scroll down, you will see that there are 10 plans available. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, D, F, G, K, L, M, and N. Plan C and Plan F are no longer being offered to new enrollees. Also, these asterisks here on Plan F and Plan G indicate that there are also high deductible versions of these plans available. Now, if you scroll down, you will see that on the left-hand side of the chart are the benefits offered, and then of course the check marks, the X's, or the percentages indicate whether or not these benefits are covered. So you can see here that all of the plans will cover Part A coinsurance. All of the plans will cover Part B coinsurance to an extent. Now, plans K and L are what's known as cost-sharing plans, so they will cover 50% or 75% of your copay, and you would be responsible for the remaining percent of the percentage. It's a little confusing. All plans will cover, to some capacity, blood for the first 3 pints if you need a transfusion. All plans will cover in some capacity Part A hospice care coinsurance or copays. Now, skilled nursing facility care, and this is very, very important. We do detail this in other videos. This is not covered by plans A or B. And again, plans K and plans L are only cost-sharing plans, so they're only going to cover a percentage of that. The same thing with the Part A deductible. The Part B deductible, actually no plans offered to new enrollees will cover the Part B deductible. And the Part B deductible is a once annual deductible, and it does go up on a yearly basis, but it's still a pretty low cost, especially when compared to the Part A deductible, which is a much more significant cost and of course is applied per benefit period, not per year. And then there are Part B excess charges. Basically, if your doctor accepts Medicare, then they're willing to accept the amount that Medicare pays out, although they can choose to charge up to 15% more. And if your plan does not cover Part B excess charges, then you would be responsible for that additional charge. Now, the only plans that actually cover this are plans F and G. That being said, Part B excess charges are not very common, and they're actually not even allowed in all states. Then there's foreign travel exchange. Several of the plans cover that, up to 80%. And then there's this out-of-pocket limit. Now, this actually isn't applicable to several of the plans. However, for those cost-sharing plans, there are out-of-pocket maximums. Now, as I mentioned, there's actually no defined enrollment window for Medicare Supplement plans. You can enroll year-round. You can drop a plan, switch a plan, join a plan, really whenever you want. However, it is in your best interest to do so when you first become eligible. And this is the 6-month window after you turn 65 and enroll in Medicare Part B. Now, that second part is very important. So if you decide to defer Medicare Part B, perhaps because you are working past the age of 65, you're also going to defer that initial enrollment period for Medicare Supplement plans. Now, it is very important to enroll during this initial window, because during this initial 6-month window, you will not be subject to medical underwriting. Should you choose to enroll after this window, then you may be subject to medical underwriting. And that means, based on your health, you could be charged more or even denied outright. So yes, this applies even if you choose to change your Medicare Supplement plan. Yes, you can change your Medicare Supplement plan at any given time, but if you do so outside of that 6-month window, then you may be subject to medical underwriting. Now, that being said, if you notice that your premiums are creeping up to an uncomfortable point, it's still worth looking into, because even though you may have to undergo medical underwriting, you may find that the new plan is less expensive. But if it's more expensive, then no harm, no foul. You can stick with the plan that you currently are enrolled in. So that's why it's really important that you think long and hard, not just about your current needs, but hopefully about your future needs as well. You want to pick a plan that will serve you not only now, but in the future as well. So, because the benefits don't change from carrier to carrier, once you've selected the plan that's going to work best for your needs, you also want to select a plan with a carrier that has a history of low and stable rate increases. Because of course, regardless of your carrier, if your doctor accepts Original Medicare, they will accept your plan. Now, all plans do tend to increase on a yearly basis to accommodate for inflation and rising healthcare costs, but some just have a history of more stable increases than others, and you definitely don't want to enroll in a plan and then see a dramatic or drastic shift from one year to the next. Now, if you have any questions whatsoever about Medicare Supplement plans or Medicare in general or health insurance in general, please feel free to reach out to us on the number on the screen or in the comments below. Now, at iHealthBrokers, we are licensed health insurance brokers. We are, of course, licensed nationwide, and there is absolutely no charge for our services. So please feel free to reach out, and we are more than happy to help. But before we go, we do just ask that you subscribe to stay up to date. There are constant changes in Medicare, and we want to make sure that our viewers and our clients are as informed as possible. And please make sure to click that like button so we can get this information out there. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.